morning, everyone. Hag Sameach. Thank you for being with us from wherever you are as we celebrate this final day of Shavuot and we commemorate Yizkor together. We'll begin with the words of Hine Matov, how good, how wonderful it is that we can all be together.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Continue with our call to prayer, the Baruch Hu, and I'll invite you, wherever you are, to rise.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. We join in singing Shema together. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Vaed. We continue together the words of Yahavta. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושינתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם. We continue together now the singing of our ancient song of redemption, which we call to mind every day of the year, morning, evening, every festival, of course, including this morning on Shavuot. Mi Chamocha. We join together. Mi Chamocha banim Adonai, Mi Chamocha nedar v'kodesh, norat tehilot, osefele, osefele. Mi Chamocha banim Adonai, Mi Chamocha nedar v'kodesh, norat tehilot, osefele, osefele. Shira chadasha, shibechu geyolim l'shimecha, al sefat hayam, yachad kulam, hodu v'melichu v'yameru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Tzur Yisrael, kuma be'ezrat Yisrael, ufedechinu mecha Yehuda v'Yisrael, ko'aleinu, ko'aleinu, ko'aleinu Adonai tzevot shemo kedosh Yisrael, Baruch ata Adonai Gal Yisrael.
We take a few moments now for our own silent, private Amidah. Continue with Seder Kriyat HaTorah with the service for the reading of Torah.
Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, Udvar Adonai mirushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah. Le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Adonai, Adonai, El Rachum v'Chanun, ערך אפיים ורב חסד ואמת. נוצר חסד ערפים, נושא עוון ופשע וחטא ונקה. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד, אחד אלוהינו, גדול אדוננו, קדוש שמו. גדלו לאדוני איתי, ונרוממה שמו יחדיו. It is the ancient tradition on Shavuot we chant the Ten Commandments. There are two versions of the Ten Commandments in the Torah, one in Parashat Yitro, in the book of Exodus, and a second one in Parashat Ve'et Hanan. The tradition is on Shavuot we chant the one from Yitro, and just a quick word about the tradition of the actual chanting of the Ten Commandments. There are two sets of trope for the Ten Commandments. One set of trope, which instructs us how to read and study the text when we do it privately as a study text. A second set of trope for when we offer it publicly. And there is a big difference. The version we use for private study, the verses are broken down into short verses, normal verses for the Torah, making it easier to study smaller bits of information. But when we offer the Ten Commandments out loud in public, it's designed to be chanted without stopping as the congregation stands. So if it is your custom at home, please stand as we chant the Ten Commandments. We begin by chanting the Torah blessings together. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et torato, Baruch atah Adonai, noten ha'torah. Vayedaber Elohim et kol ha'davarim ha'ele lemor, Anochi Adonai Elohecha, asher hotzeiticha, מארץ מצרים, מבית עבדים, לא יהיה לך אלוהים אחרים על פניי, לא תעשה לך פסל וכל תמונה אשר בשמיים ממעל ואשר בארץ מתחת, ואשר במים מתחת לארץ, לא תשתחווה להם, ולא תעבדם, כי אנוכי אדוני אלוהיך אלקנה, פוקד עוון אבות על בנים, על שילשים ועל רבעים לשונאי, ועושה חסד לאלפים, לאוהבי ולשומרי מצוותיי. לא תישא את שם אדוני אלוהיך לשווא, כי לא ינקה אדוני את אשר יישא את שמו לשווא. זכור את יום השבת לקדשו, ששת ימים תעבוד, ועשית כל מלאכתך, ויום השביעי שבת לאדוני אלוהיך. לא תעשה כל מלאכה, אתה ובנך וביתך, עבדך ואמרך ובהמתך, וגרך אשר בשעריך, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, את הים ואת כל אשר בהם, וינח ביום השביעי. על כן ברך אדוני את יום השבת ויקדשהו. כבד את אביך ואת אמך, למען יאריכון ימיך על האדמה אשר אדוני אלוהיך נותן לך. לא תרצח, לא תנאף, לא תגנוב, לא תענה ברעך את שקר, לא תחמוד בית רעך, לא תחמוד אשת רעך, ועבדו ואמתו ושורו וחמורו וכל אשר לרעך. Let's now join together in the blessing after. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. וזאת התורה אשר עשה משה לבני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. We make our shift now to the Yizkor service. This is our opportunity 4 times a year on each of the main 3 festivals and Yom Kippur to remember deeply, in deep thought, those who came before us, those who birthed us, who loved us, who impacted our lives so that we may live lives of
of beauty and truth and goodness. We take them into our hearts and our memories now, for we remember them. In the rising of the sun and its going down, we remember them, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them, we remember them. In the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. In the opening of buds and in the warmth of summer, we remember them. In the rustling of leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them, we remember them. In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we will remember them, we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and are sick at heart, we remember them. When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember them, we remember them. So long as we live, they too shall live, for they are now a part of us, as we remember them.
Memory. Memory can take us back before the nursing home, before the cancer, before the dementia, back before the accident, before the diagnosis, before the unexpected, before we lost them. The beauty of memory is that it lets us travel through time. We can close our eyes and remember exactly what it felt like standing under the chuppah, to recall the butterflies we felt the first time she crossed the room, and to recollect the sound of his voice as if it were yesterday. It is something that only we are capable of. Only human beings can travel back in time to an encounter we had months, years, or decades ago, and then bring that memory, bring that moment, bring that experience in that person into the present, and ultimately carry it with us into the future. Yizkor is uniquely human. What a gift memory is, that like so many gifts we too often take for granted. What if we were robbed of our yesterdays? What if we could not remember? I don't remember any of what I'm about to tell you, writes Sue Klein in her memoir. Sure, I know the story, but it is just a story. related to me by others in bits and pieces over many years. Imagine being unable to remember the most defining day of your life. When I was 8 years old, I was in a plane crash. After a month in the hospital, my father said, "Honey, I've got something to tell you. We were in a plane crash, and your mother was killed." I felt nothing, Sue recalls. I felt nothing because I had no idea who my mother was. It's been 40 years, and I still have no idea who my mother was. I do not have a single memory of her. I've been told that we were very close, but even when I see a picture of you, I feel nothing. It's as if she never existed. Imagine having no memory of those whom we have loved and lost. Yes, memory is a gift. The ability to call our loved ones to mind in vivid detail, to feel their presence, to hear their words at any time, in any place, is a gift. But if all we do is remember them, then we're not really honoring their memory. To really honor their memory, we must use our memories of them to inform how we live our lives. We must strive to live as they themselves sought to live in their finest moments. The kindness he showed, how thoughtful she was, his compassion, her generosity, his humor. Think for a moment, no matter the situation, we know exactly what they would say. We know exactly what she would advise. We know exactly what he would do. When we speak with their words, when we think as they themselves thought, when we behave as they behaved, they live. They live in us. These sacred Yizkor moments are a gift. And Yizkor need not end when the service ends this morning. When it's her yortzeit, light a candle. Come say Kaddish. Give tzedakah in his honor. Make her matzah balls, her kugel, her brisket. Tell their story. Travel with them through time, again and again and again. Be with them now in these sacred Yizkor moments. And be with them always as we remember.
We hear now the words, the ancient words of the 23rd Psalm.
Mizmor David, Adonai roi lo echsar, bino deshe yarbitzeni, al me menuchot yunaleni, nafshi shover yanecheni, b'magalet tzedek leman shmo. Gam ki elech b'getz al movet lo irara, ki ata imadi. Shivtecha umishantecha hema yanachamuni ינחמוני. תערוך לפני שולחן נגד צורריי. תשענת בשמן ראשי, כוסי רוויה, אך טוב החסד ירדפוני כל ימי חיי, ושבתים בבית אדוני לאורך ימים.
Adonai is my shepherd. I lack nothing. God makes me lie down in green pastures and leads me to water in places of repose. God renews my life. God guides me in right paths as befits God's name. Though I walk through a valley of deepest darkness, I fear no harm, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You spread a table before me in full view of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My drink is abundant. Only goodness and steadfast love shall pursue me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of Adonai for many long years. We take a few moments now for our own silent, individual Yizkor memories.
We offer now the powerful and beautiful words of the late great heroine and poet, Hannah Senesh.
There are stars up above, so far away we only see the light. Long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us as we live our days. These are the ways we remember. We remember as we live our days. These are the ways we remember. We remember. יש כוכבים שאורם מגיע ארצה, רק כאשר הם עצמם עבדו ואינם. יש אנשים שזיו זכרם מאיר, כאשר הם עצמם אינם עוד בתוכנו. אורות אלה מבהיקים בחשכת הליל, הם שמראים לאדם את הדרך, את הדרך. הם שמראים לאדם את הדרך, as we live our days. These are the ways we remember. We remember as we live our days. These are the ways we remember. We remember.
We call to mind now all those who have died since we last gathered together for Yizkor at the conclusion of Pesach. As we think of Jessica Baer, David Bernstein, Edward Cohen, Robert Bob Feldman, Ronald Fishman, Ashley Jaffe, Linda Leisner, Frank Rosenblum, Helen Roseman, Sylvia Schlosser, Ralph Silberman, Myron Mike Sholem, Yusuf Nasser Suleimani, Sonia Wallen, Phyllis Barron Weissman, Joseph David Weissman, Joanne Wolfe, and Bert Zweig. Zichronam livracha, may their memories always be for a blessing. We continue now with the words of Elam Ale Rachamim, our memorial prayer.
Elam Ale Rachamim, shochein b'amromim, hametzim minucha nechona, tachat kanefei hashechina, b'mahalot kedoshim u'tehorim, kezohar arakia, kezohar arakia, mazhirim, lenishmot yakirenu, shehalchu liolamam, began Eden tehem menuchatam, leharachamim yastirem beseter knafav liolamim, v'yitzror achayim et nishmatam, Adonai hu nachalatam, v'yanuchu b'shalom al mishkavam, v'nomar Amen.
Fully compassionate God on high, to our loved ones who have entered eternity, grant clear and certain rest with you. In the lofty heights of the sacred and pure, whose brightness shines like the very glow of heaven. Source of mercy, forever enfold them in the embrace of your wings. Secure their souls in eternity. Adonai, they are yours. They will rest in peace. Amen. We conclude now with the words of Kaddish. V'itgadal v'itgadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
בעלמא דברה חילותי וימליך מלכותי. בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בעגלה ובזמן קרי ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומן ויתנשא. ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה. תושבחתה ונחמתה. דאמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה. וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
חג שמח.
Chag Sameach, everyone.
What's going on in your car?
Apartment. Shipped to Atlanta. She got the job working on it. Stacy, amazing. Yeah, really amazing. She got her own apartment on her own, same building she lived in her senior year. She knows it's a great area, and it's outside every campus, right across from the CDC, and she's going, man. She's working her butt off for the next 6
So what about your car?
Huh?
What about your car?
June 10th. 8 months. 8 months to the day, Beau. 8 months. Not kidding. 8 months. Well, they have to, the body should have, there were like 3 major parts that they couldn't do. Yeah. And they had to do some work on the frame. Right? Yes, you do. You need a van, Beau. Yeah. To get a car. I know.
Forget any car. Prepare to wait and prepare to pay double.
It's insane.
I'm looking at leases on a Volvo for what I could have leased a brand new Porsche for 3 years ago. Literally, probably going to be double what her BMW is.
By the way, I bought out my car.
Smart. I'm thinking about it.
Because I realized, oh my God, first of all, I don't know when I'll be able to get a car. And the lease was running out. I said, you know what, I'll buy it.
My buddy has a, like this here, the Lexus, the RX, the hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
His lease was up a few months ago. And he said, so
The RX hybrid?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said, so
Which is what Nancy is.
He said, CarMax
I know.
will give me $12,000 more than the buyout. I said, that's amazing, Resnick. Already going to do it? He said, no. I said, why not?
Because?
He said, because if I want a new one, it's going to be 7 months, and I get to pay $10,000 over sticker. Over sticker. Because he bought it. I was like, forget it.
Wait, so what did he do?
He bought the car.
Oh, for sure.
He's like,
I know, it's crazy.
Have fun to do it.
Well, actually, I don't have to go. I'm taking her car. I just need it serviced. I'm taking it to Crestview on Peicott. You know, she just needs fluids and all that stuff and check it out, and then it gets shipped tomorrow.
One last thing for her to do.
I gotta tell you, Jillian's been amazing. She did all of this by herself. She got her apartment. She signed the contract. She arranged everything with U-Haul on her own. The trucking company, she arranged the time it's being, I mean, it's like, I'm thinking to myself, is she, I was gonna say, she can't be my daughter. All righty, man.
Thank you. It worked, sounded good? It's all good?
I thought it was wonderful, Don. I mean, the sound in this room was just great. Already got an email from Donna Maytel.
What'd she say?
Just thanks for the beautiful Yizkor service.
It really was. It was quite beautiful.
It was enough of a